late side. Linda, you're in the chat. Hi, thank you so much for being here, Linda. While I get myself set up here in the background. So a little bit of a get ready with me session happening right now. How is everyone doing now? Linda, I know that you're in the chat. May you please let me know if you can hear me and see me okay? The reason I'm asking is because where I am right now, I may have some internet connectivity issues this evening. There's a lot of weather that's taking place right where I am. And in the past, that's always created some buffering issues. So if you may please just let me know if you can hear me and see me okay, I'd really appreciate that. We're going to do our best with the buffer, if there is any buffering. But if there's like a lot of buffering, then obviously we'll reschedule. Oh, Dragonfly! Oh, thank you so much, Dragonfly. I just have the chat like open up now, like I can actually see it. So give me 1 second. Sorry for this. Let me see here. Okay, so Linda, okay. Dragonfly 555. Okay, oh perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just was not too sure because like I said, like where I am, I don't know if we still are. We probably still are. We were in weather, like a weather advisory. Like, well, actually, a severe thunderstorm watch is what we were in a little while ago, and we'll do our best. If the weather starts turning and gets a little bit on the rough side and a bit more stormy again, it's been thundering and lightning all for the past few hours. It may create some buffering issues. It just seems to do that here. Like I'm basically, I'm just a few blocks away from Lake Huron, so if there's any inclement weather, it usually interferes with any video call. Like even if I have a private video call, usually interferes with it as well. So we'll do our best, and we'll see how we get along. But as long as you can hear me and see me okay, then that's good. Thank you so much. So glad that you can hear me. Margaret! Hi, Margaret. Thanks so much for being here. Say hi, ladies. Okay, so everyone here can hear me and see me okay. Perfect. Dragonfly. Hi, Dragonfly. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, ladies, as always. This is amazing. Well, I hope that everyone is keeping really well. Crazy weekend. Just reboiling the water here. That's what you're hearing in the background. And we're back here again for yet another general weekly tea leaf reading. So if you're just joining us now, welcome. And you're welcome to hang out here. Pop it in the chat if you'd like. If you're watching this in a replay, most welcome to leave a comment in the comment section below. My name is Sarah, and I'm a coffee drinking tea leaf reader, and we go live every Monday evening here at 8 p.m. Eastern, as well as on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern. Monday nights right here, we're going to be doing a general weekly tea leaf reading. So it's a look at the week ahead to see what the universe would like us to know, to see what's going to be unfolding for us this week. Obviously, it's a general weekly reading, so please take what you will and leave what you don't. And then on Thursday evenings, we go live again, and that is live where we go. Sorry, that did not make sense. We do go live, but that's a live, and that is also for viewer readings. That's for Steam was going in the wrong spot. That's for viewer readings. So if you're interested to have a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, like a taste test, most welcome to come back again here on Thursday. I have already scheduled the lives for this week, obviously, so for tonight and also for Thursday. So if you are interested to have a quick taste test of a tea leaf reading and see what it's like, and see whatever the universe would like you to know, then most welcome to come back here again on Thursday. And you can find that scheduled live under the live tab here on my channel, and you can see that that's for Thursday, May the 16th. But for right now, for tonight, we are going to be doing a general weekly tea leaf reading. And in case you're wondering what tea leaf reading is, well, that involves looking at tea leaves and in a cup, obviously, and we look in to see what images are formed by the tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. The images that are formed can be literal, symbolic, and or both. And we go from there, and we just see, again, whatever divine source creator, the boss, as I affectionately like to say, would like us to know. So just as a quick recap here, as always, I read chronologically. I always have. It's kind of weird to do this because it's like reverse from what I'm seeing in there. Anyways, random. So the rim is the present situation. So in other words, for us, for our purposes, this is Monday. So like right now is the rim, right now on Monday. The sides are on the way, and generally speaking for timing. So for our purposes, again, Wednesday's around the middle of the cup. midsection, like middle right there. And the base is more of the distant future. So in our case, for hair, it's more of like this weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, heading into next week. So now on the way and later. That's what we're going to be doing. It's very similar to Greek or Turkish coffee grain readings. Coffee ground readings, very much the same concept. We're just using tea rather than coffee, and everyone reads differently. Different images and symbols can have different meanings for different people, and people read tea leaves differently. I do it chronologically. That's how I've always done it. Margaret. Oh, I'm not a chatter. Oh, Margaret. Thank you so much, though, just for being here and for hopping into the chat. It's just so nice to see you. Oh, yeah. And never feel like there's never any pressure, to chat. If you like to, you're most welcome to hang out here. Everyone in the chat, other than the bots and stuff that we sometimes get, which I take as a compliment. At this point, I just take it as a compliment. Everyone here is always wonderful. Everyone here is always just wonderful people. So yeah, just feel free to hop in if you like, but don't ever feel obliged. Don't ever feel obliged. It's just lovely for you to be here. Thank you. And before we continue, I like to, as always, give a big shout out to my moderators. So tonight we have Dragonfly. She's here in the chat. She's amazing, as all of you know. So just want to give a big thank you so much to Dragonfly. A big round of applause in the chat. A big, huge thank you to her. She really allows us to do what we do here and allows these tea leaf readings to happen. Couldn't do it without her. Could not do this without you, Dragonfly. Just thank you so much for all of your help. By having Dragonfly there as I shouldn't say she's our mod, as our mod, you really allow us to have these readings, because I cannot monitor and moderate the chat as well as do the readings. It just doesn't work. So thank you so much. And there's Linda saying a big round of applause and hearts and stars to Dragonfly. Thank you so much. So everyone, are we all ready to see what the universe would like us to know for this week? Ready for this general weekly tea leaf reading? Let's get to it. So I have, as you just saw, we're using that rooibos tea blend. So I've put the water into the cup. In case you think I'm sitting weird, I still am. I still have this back injury, sciatica. So I'm still sitting sideways. So apologies for me shifting around still. I've gotten more sore the past few days. I actually fell yesterday on the beach. That wasn't too graceful, but anyway, so I'm a little bit more sore, but I'm okay. Linda, there's our note taker. Linda's our resident note taker, so she just makes sure that she's taking all the notes for everyone. So thank you so much, Linda. Yeah, you're a famous note taker, so thank you so much. Okay, so I've put the boiled water rather, into the cup. Tea leaves are in the cup, and now we are going to begin getting the tea leaves ready. Hope everyone is doing really well. And yes, please don't ever feel like you're obliged to come into the chat, or comment in the comment section below if you're watching this in a replay, but you're most welcome to. Everyone here is super awesome. It's always fun to see people chatting back and forth. It just makes me feel so happy, quite honestly. Okay, let's get the consistency right here. Let's start. So years ago, I got into the habit of trying to walk people through, tell people how to prepare the cup. And I just stopped doing it after a while because there's just so many words involved and it sounds so complicated, even though it really isn't. So we'll just get the cup ready together. Okay, so first what we're going to do is I've already said my prayers. So I'm just going to swirl the leaves around. General weekly tea leaf reading. Usually I stop whenever I feel guided to, or sometimes lately I've been hearing stop. So, okay, stop. I'm just going to push the tea leaves back down into the base. No, I'm not using a spoon. Nope, not tonight. Linda, no spoon, no spoon. So I'm just pushing the leaves back down from the sides into the base, and then we'll go ahead and we'll strain from there any excess liquid. And let's do our general disclaimer, as we always like to do. So this is a general weekly tea leaf reading. Yeah, no spoon. Too complicated to use a spoon. No, I'm just teasing. I just forgot to bring the spoon over. I always forget that. I almost always forget the spoon. Sometimes a bowl, but it's almost always a spoon. Anyway. So we'll say this little, I will say the little disclaimer that we always like to say. That is, obviously, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will, leave what you don't. Big, long written disclaimer in the description box below. And all of my links are down there too. So under the head, under the heading or the title, like the heading of this live, there's a little word there that says more. If you click on that, it should open up a whole long description box. So everything that there's a description in there for each video. All of my links are in there. The disclaimer is in there in written form, but just always like to say it verbally too. Checking the consistency right now of the leaves. And also, would like to say a big, huge thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos, my shorts, the replays, the lives, and who are subscribing. So we've gotten, what is the current number? I just have to go back into YouTube Studio. Dragonfly, do you know what's the current number of subscribers here? Is it 47? It fluctuates sometimes. I know that, but I think, isn't it like 47? It's 47 just, I think, like 20 minutes ago. Because we've gotten another few subscribers the past few days. Yes. Okay, I see 47. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing here. So we have been receiving some new subscribers. So if you are new here, thank you so very much. It means the world to me for you to be subscribing. It is free to do, and it just really helps the algorithms. We are so close now. We're every day. It's like, feels like almost every day we're inching ever closer to that 500 subscriber mark. So when we get to 500 subscribers, which is like a really fun and amazing milestone, when you think about it, that we're doing tea leaf reading and that we're at 500 subscribers almost. When we reach that, we will have a party. We'll do something really fun. We'll communally, we will together decide what to do. As a celebration, we'll have some kind of online party, some kind of whatever the case is. We'll figure out something really fun. And I'm open to ideas and suggestions. So if you have any ideas or suggestions about how we can celebrate a milestone when we do reach that for 500 subscribers, please let me know. If you're here on live, put it into the chat. You're always, of course, welcome to post it in the comment section. And you can even email me too if you like. All of my links are always in the description box below. Best case scenario is probably the easiest for you is probably to go over to my link tree in the description box, and all of my links are in my link tree there, and send me an email if you like. So please let me know, because I would love to do something really fun once we hit the 500 subscribers. We're only 13 away now. So if you are watching this live, or if you are watching this in a replay, if you are interested in subscribing, I would so appreciate it. And it's just a really, really fun thing to do. And 500, we're almost at 500. Amazing. Okay. So we have the cup right. My phone is very much tilted, so that's why this looks very tilted. It's not. 1, 2, 3. Going to flip that over. And now I'm going to rotate this about 3 or 4 times, always clockwise. Clockwise energetically reinforces, counterclockwise sort of resets. So we're going to be doing clockwise as always. So again, if you are a new subscriber, thank you very much and welcome. Of course, if you'd like to support the channel, just watching these videos, clicking the thumbs up button, subscribing, ringing that bell for future updates, commenting, joining in the chat. These are all, I know, sound very, very small, but it really helps this channel to grow. And thank you so, so much. Of course, I do also offer private readings, so not pushing here by any means, but if you are interested in having a private reading, please just send me a quick email. We can always go ahead and schedule that for you. I do also have a Ko-fi page. So if you are interested in buying me a coffee or buying a Chocolate Lab Brie, who sometimes makes a sort of an appearance here, buying her a biscuit, thank you so much. If you're interested and if you're able to, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. All of those links are in the description box below. But for perceivable future, we'll always be going live. We'll always be doing this completely free on my part. It's my way of offering some help to anyone who's interested in watching. So thank you. So now I've upturned the cup. I'm just allowing any excess liquid to strain out of the cup. This prevents any pooling in the base. It's just something that I like to do. Any liquid in the base would obviously skew any of the images which are in the base, so I like to prevent that from happening if possible. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. I may have to dab a little bit out, but for right now, that is looking actually very good. Okay, there we are. Now, as always, I do post pictures of the general weekly tea leaf reading. I don't post pictures, obviously, of the viewer readings. That's private. But I do post pictures of the general weekly tea leaf reading on my community tab, rather. So I'll go ahead and show this to you now, though. But I will. Oh, that looks really busy. But I will post pictures of this cup, probably around 3 pictures or so, on my community tab after the reading. So I'm going to aim to have the replay up posted tomorrow morning, most likely tomorrow morning. And I will have pictures. I like to post the pictures at around the same time that I post the replay, just so that they are online at the same time. Okay, ready? Let's go. We'll aim for around 20 minutes or so. Knowing us, we'll go over. But anyway, we'll aim for 20 minutes. In case you're wondering why I keep looking down, it's because my laptop is here. I'm very short-sighted. So this way I can actually see the chat. But yeah, if you're watching, you want to chime in the chat, please come over and say hi. Love to hear from you. So let's go ahead and see what the universe would like us to know as this week unfolds. Here we go. 1 second. Sorry, I just have to shift around a little bit more. Okay, that's a bit better. Ow, I'm fine. That hurt. I'm fine. Ouch. Sorry, 1 second. That really hurt. I'm fine. Okay, that's better. Teresa, hey, you're back. You made it. Yes. Hi. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for hopping into the chat, Teresa. It's so lovely to hear from you as always. Okay. Everyone ready? Okay, let's go. Let's start this general weekly tea leaf reading, but please feel free to chat amongst yourselves always. Hop into the chat away, have a lovely conversation with each other until such time that we can actually hang out together in the same room. As far as I'm concerned, this is the next best thing. I'll try not to engage you. It's fine. I just wanted to say hi and acknowledge your comment right before I go ahead and start. Aw, lovely. No, you go ahead and chat amongst yourselves. That's why we're here. Okay, let's go. All right, so now in the way and later, we're looking at the current situation, which is like right now being Monday. All right, if I go quiet, it's because I'm focusing. So it looks like to me, all right, so from what I'm seeing here, looks as though to me that generally speaking overall, things are calm and clear and quiet, and we're happy with that, and or we want things to get moving a little bit more. And this is generally speaking across the board, like overall right now. That actually I totally completely concur with for myself. Now we do have a version that we do often see of. Sorry, we do have a version of a layout rather that we do often see. This is very interesting. Well, I know I always say that. It's always true though. This, yeah, I figured there would be a little bit of liquid. I figured there would be, I could tell. 1 second. Just going to strain that out right now as well as I can. Okay, so for this layout, so for right here, this is the main eventer situation. Again, this is what I'm referring to by the layout that we do often see. So this main eventer situation essentially is from here all the way to over here. So it is comprising approximately 1/2 of this cup. So it is actually a little bit more than that. I would say it's almost 3/4 of the cup. So it is highly significant, whatever this event or situation is referring to. And again, with tea leaf reading, images can be literal, symbolic, and or both. I relay as well as I can what I'm seeing in here. tea leaf reading describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. That's how I describe tea leaf reading. Okay, so this main event or situation that I'm seeing in here, there's one main part of it. So there's it looks as though this is something that I do frequently. I do see where, like, for example, on the rim, being like right now, being on Monday, it's pretty quiet. Generally speaking, overall, it's very quiet. Not like nothing, basically nothing is really happening. Yes. And then after that, boom, like, there's just so much activity in here. Again, that makes sense. Goes from quiet to extraordinarily busy. So it looks like whatever is coming up this week, it is going to be quite a very busy week, especially as regards or as pertains to this main eventer situation. Aside from this main eventer situation, things are actually fairly quiet. So I would say that we are going to be able to focus on what we need to focus on and really not have any or not too many other distractions. Whatever this main event or situation is referring to or whatever it's pertaining to, looks as though to me it does begin to, I would say most likely tomorrow, being Tuesday. There's one main part of it, one main focus of this main event or situation. And I would say that within very short order, I would say most likely by Wednesday, it becomes even more significant. It's almost like a snowball. Being in Canada, had to say that there. But it does start off busy enough, and then it gets even a little bit more significant by around Wednesday, and then steadily from Wednesday, I would say to Friday and heading into this weekend, it is substantially more significant. Now, going down a little bit further here, it is comprised mostly of bit of a mix here of clarity, knowing where we stand, and yet we don't at the same time. A little bit of conversation, thoughts, ideas, things up in the air. However, for the most part, it really does seem as though, as like to me, that we do have a fair amount of clarity this week. Yes, there's surprises, things that we're not fully aware of. That, yes. But for the most part, we do know where we stand. So yes, something's up in the air. Yes, some conversations to be had. Knowing where we stand, and yet we don't at the same time. But overall, there is a greater amount of clarity than not. Okay. So even though there's a lot of different things happening, yes, that is taking place, but we also really know what is happening at that same time. Okay. So I would say let's begin at Tuesday. So as part of that main hub, that main core of this main event or situation, there's two main events, or sorry, there's one main event or situation, yes, but the main core of it, there's two documents. That's what I meant to say. Two main documents, paperwork, whatever the case is, whatever the situation may be, but I'm seeing there's these two main documents. One is more standalone, one is more sort of independent than the other. I would say this is likely regarding education and or a document or paperwork of some kind. We'll go into more detail very soon. But anyway, the other document is actually, let's see what we have here. 1, 2. The other document I would say is more significant and or there's just simply more things attached to it. There's more taking place regarding that other document. It's one document, but there's actually two parts to it. It starts off as one, but then it becomes two. So there's like two different parts, two different sections. One document becomes two. There's two different parts, two different pieces of paperwork, whatever the case may be that is involved. I would say there's also likely some form of action and momentum taking place regarding that. And there also could very well be some kind of unconventional reassurance. So please take that for what you will. But there is a form or a sense of reassurance that I am seeing regarding this. There also may be something to do, like there may be a Sagittarius, wrong sign, sorry, a Scorpio connection. So whether this is someone who, I'm no astrologer, but whether someone who is that sign and or the qualities and or characteristics of Scorpio, I would not say this is a time frame. For me, again, this is someone who is either that sign and or the qualities of that sign. So change, transformation, new beginnings, things along those lines. This is all has to do with some kind of new opportunity that's taking place. Fruition, things are becoming more apparent in regards to this individual circumstance or scenario. I'm looking specifically just for your own reference right here, this grouping right here. Intellect, using our intellect or critical thinking skills. A new opportunity of some kind. That has multiple parts to it. So for example, what I mean, I use examples a lot because I find that it explains what I'm trying to explain quite well. So for example, you get a promotion. As part of that promotion, yes, it's an opportunity, but as part of that promotion, you receive a new company credit card, a new office, a new desk, a new car, a new title, a new salary. So there's more than, like, there's multiple things that come from that one opportunity. So it's that kind of scenario. May not be huge in and of itself, but however, this is related to those two documents that I just mentioned. And there is a third part, a third much smaller document or paperwork that is involved. There's also something kind of happening a little bit behind the scenes, but we mostly know what that is referring to, actually two instances of that. And also a reminder that we do have divine assistance. That is my opinion anyway at all times. Just a reminder here that that is also the case, specifically as regards to this one main grouping, this one event or scenario, specifically with the documents. Person, place, or thing with the letter L and or V and or Y, L, V, and or Y that are involved. Person, people, places, or things. This is all helping to form unconventional stability. So what I mean by that is it's something that's stable, but it's just unique. So for example, you paint boxes, sell them online and make money. Unconventional and yet unique. Some of us may be thinking of moving. If so, I'd say it's in the starting phase. Starting phase. Steady movement forward, steady progression forward. Again, this thing is starting to come into fruition, maybe a little slowly, but the thing is, the point is that it is starting. It is starting to come into fruition. Yeah, instant writing. So there's something to do with writing, some significance regarding writing in some way, shape, or form, specifically as regards to 3 different individual smaller scenarios. We do have a much smaller piece of paperwork, a document of some kind. There's likely an education connection regarding that. Taking some time out for our own self-care is also involved with that scenario. And there's something to do with a conclusion, a minor conclusion, but still a conclusion. And that's where that sort of like results or leads to this, what I just mentioned with the 3 parts with the writing. It's all related to that. And that whole entire scenario ultimately sort of creates the sense of, it may be a scenario where it's a glass half full versus glass half empty scenario, but it is all unconventional stability. New beginnings, new creative projects, something new, a new positive change, Cancerian, something to do with Cancerian, something to do with that sign. So the qualities of that sign most likely. So hearth and home, homeowner, family, emotion, intuition, healing, things along those lines. Still looking at around Tuesday here, some unique, that seems to be a theme so far. So, hi Spirit Brothers, thanks for being here. Something to do with this unconventional reassurance that's being indicated. how that has two different parts to it, two different parts involving with this reassurance. However, it's action, momentum, speed, things taking place kind of quickly. Someone may even be a fire sign astrologically. I'm no astrologer, but anyway, someone who, there could very, So, okay. So there's likely, there's could very well be someone involved with a prominent nose, longer angular face and prominent nose. And it looks like a very good scenario. And they even also maybe a fire sign. This is action and momentum, things taking place rather quickly kind of scenario here. And also receiving very good things. And this is what I mean. Like there's a lot of different things taking place here this week. So this is all still around Tuesday, but we're heading into Wednesday momentarily. But receiving very good things. And in this individual instance, heading into Wednesday, it's more of a conventional stability, less unique and more conventional. And that specifically obviously has 4 different scenarios. Looks positive. That individual instance has 1, 2. Okay, specifically 3 documents involved. Actually, no, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say 4 documents readily seen. And another one that's unique and one that's a little bit behind the scenes. We kind of know and we kind of don't know exactly what's happening with that 5th one. But this is all related to this house and or home, this possible house connection. If you're thinking of moving, some of us may be thinking of moving. If so, I'd say it's nicely forming, just not quite ready yet, but heading into Wednesday and heading actually into Thursday, actually heading into Friday. This would mean this scenario right here specifically. This is helping to create a very positive change. It's almost like we may be a little bit betwixt and between. In one hand, it's like, yes, we're happy. In another instance, we're like, I don't know. There's just so much going on. I don't really know. Almost like we're crying happy tears, bit of mixed emotions taking place there. But ultimately, it does ultimately lead or create quite a significant change that's being contemplated. Which makes sense if we're thinking of moving, but I'm very intrigued. Person, place, or thing with the letter E and or F. E and or F. Some conversations regarding that instance individually, looking at around Wednesday, but receiving very good things. And there's likely there's a Cancerian connection. So house and or home and or family, emotions, intuition, healing, things along those lines. Likely communications regarding about the, again, home and there seems to be a theme. House and or home and or family, emotions, intuition, healing, house, property, house. It's a theme. I keep seeing it repeated. Keep seeing Cancerian constellation, and I keep seeing houses, images of houses. Some kind of positive change, a significant change taking place specifically from around like Tuesday to around Thursday, but it continues on into Friday, and it does create a very significant change that's being contemplated. That's what I was referring to. I like to read chronologically as well as possible. However, based on what I'm seeing in here, is a very busy cup. So I'll continue on with this individual section, and then I'll go back and go down again. So I'm being as concise as I can here for you. So this large idea that's being contemplated, plus I'm very curious what this contemplation of this new idea is. Okay, so there's reassurance that's also being indicated. Yes, again, the fruition, things beginning to take form very nicely, a new idea beginning to take form. Action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly. This may sound a little bit random, but there may be an African connection, Africa or African connection. Again, this momentum, things taking place rather quickly. Keep seeing it. Unconventional stability, especially Thursday and heading into Friday. But receiving good things, I keep seeing that too. Keep seeing receiving good things. Someone who is walking forward very happily, kind of jumping along, skipping along, feeling positive, feeling good, joyful, forward movement. May not be anything huge in and of itself, but this is part of this new idea that's being contemplated. like a perspective, glass half full versus glass half empty idea or way of thinking here. But again, receiving very good things. This is related to the house and your home, thinking of moving, property, location, rental, whatever the case is. Something to do with property. And on Friday, likely a helpful individual with a unique hairstyle and a prominent nose. Best as I can say. Best as I can do in terms of like describing their characteristics, physical characteristics. But this all has to do with this new idea. Yes, abundance that's beginning to take form. Things beginning to take form. That's another theme this week as well. Pardon me. But this is all has to do again with receiving very good things, and this keep seeing Cancerian connection, something to do with the house and our home and our family, emotions, intuition, healing, things along those lines. No, I'm saying repetitive, but I keep seeing it repeatedly. Okay. Now I'm going to go back up and go down again to be as concise as possible because again, there's a lot in here. Okay. So that's up here again, going down. So back to like the main hub, main focus of this main event or situation. So looking here around Tuesday. So just for visual reference, because I know that sounds quite complicated, what I just mentioned. Okay, so for reference, I just read here. So we did the top, gone down there. Now we're coming back up because there's a lot in here. So just want you to sort of know what I'm looking at here. And then we're coming back up to here, around here, which is like Tuesday heading into Wednesday, and then we're going down. Okay, same as here. Trying to read chronologically here. God's making me work a bit harder tonight. Okay, so let's look here. So Tuesday. Okay, so there may be a prominent woman with red tinged hair or red colored hair. Somehow involved, helpful individual. Receiving communications from this woman, or if this is you yourself, receiving communications somehow regarding this individual. This has something to do with a document in some way, a map, thinking of moving, travel, something to that effect. Now also there is this, looks like a woman, but it also looks like a dog. So this individual may also have the qualities of like unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment, protection, companionship, things along those lines. And if this is not referring to an actual human being, then the qualities that I just mentioned are present. And there's two different parts or two different sections that are related to that. But this does involve receiving communications in some way, shape, or form. And those qualities are present. So it's almost like we are receiving communication, like that's reassuring, loving, things along those lines. I keep seeing significant prominent changes taking place throughout this week. The second time I'm seeing this, significant changes. Actually, 3. So in this case, there's 2 that are related. One less significant than the other, but 2 that are related. And receiving goodness, receiving good things regarding this. Yeah. A new opportunity of some kind. Helpful people that are involved, or who are involved. Likely 3, specifically 2, but there are 3, I would say. Action, momentum, forward movement, abundance and prosperity, especially as regards to one of these helpful individuals. Connection with property yet again. Yeah, there's a winky, cheeky, happy face in here. So whatever this is referring to, I'd say that we're feeling very good about it. A small reminder here to take some time out for our own self-care. Whether that's just taking a rest, a nap, yoga, meditation, whatever the case is, but just taking some time out for quietness. That is actually directly related to this receiving communications, likely about the home and or family. And this pertains to a document of documents. I know that's a bit of a theme as well, but document of some kind. And this is regarding one thing in particular. I would say there's a form here of a theme here of self-care, like nurturing self-care somehow is involved. So Tuesday here, heading into Wednesday. Mentioned that one already. Yeah, definitely unconventional stability from what I'm seeing. Again, entertainment purposes only. Not to be repetitive, but I do see another dog here around Thursday. So again, the qualities of a dog, like I just mentioned, being present again in that individual scenario, that individual instance, like unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment, protection, things along those lines. A Scorpio connection, again, change, transformation, new beginnings, and or someone who is that sign. I would say most likely it's the qualities of that sign. And as regards to that unconditional love that I just mentioned those qualities. There's reassurance that is regarding that, and 2 instances of writing. So a document of some kind, most likely, I would say. It could be education as well, too, possibly. But there's 2 instances of writing. Okay. Now we're looking at around Thursday. Yeah. Keep seeing the same and similar images and groupings. So another theme this week is like some form of education. Yes, documents, potentially, yes, possibly, but also education in some way, shape, or form. So whether this is education, wisdom, learning, call it what you will. And also can be that and or documents, paperwork of some kind. Keep saying that. On Thursday or on Wednesday, actually, we have this, we have a large document, a significant document. So again, that's either education and or paperwork. And that has influence here of getting things organized, sorted out, and tidied up, getting things tidied up, sorted out in some way, shape, or form. Letter L, person, place, or thing, also involved in that individual scenario. Some ideas, thoughts, words, conversations regarding that. This all has to do with even like opening up a new door. This is a new form of opportunity. It's a unique form of opportunity. And this is also creating, actually part of unconventional stability that looks to be quite promising, actually. All has to do with new ideas, new opportunities. At this point in time, we're on Thursday. We have some conversations. Things are up in the air a little bit. Things are being conversed and or thought about. Okay. Yeah. So there's this property connection that I keep referencing, and just so that you can see it, because of the fact, especially that I've seen it like multiple times throughout this entire reading. Do you see this right here? It's forming so clearly and so beautifully. Roof, roof, version of a wall, version of a wall. So I would say, based on this, some of us may be seriously thinking of moving, maybe even moving this week. Some connection to getting things organized. Now, from the way that I'm seeing this, I would say it's not like necessarily that we are moving. Some of us are moving this week from like Thursday and Friday heading into this weekend. However, there may be likely some significance regarding property. You're really seriously thinking of moving. You're almost ready to sign the papers. You found the perfect place. There's a significant procedure or progression regarding this property, whatever that means. Okay, I'm very excited to see that. Okay, so what's involved with this? That intellect that I mentioned a few moments ago that has that connection with that unconditional love and support, loyalty, commitment, that's related to this property. Pardon me. 2-part document. house and or home. Conversations regarding this. It's almost like it begins, there's a starting point with this around Thursday. And it's like it starts off really small and it just sort of gains traction very soon regarding that after that. Again, a reminder that we do have help around us, divine assistance, and also or helpful individuals present at around this time, and they're quite literally holding on to a document. There could very well be a connection with Taurus and or Aries, so someone who likely is that sign or are those signs are involved. Receiving communication regarding this, but there's reassurance regarding that communication. There's reassurance regarding that communication, or that person brings reassurance. Take it for what you will, but there is a connection between that quality and whomever this individual is referencing. So this reassurance regarding this property looks positive. Going down further. Again, action momentum, things taking place very quickly, rather quickly. Abundance and prosperity. Letter C and or E. Again, helpful individual with a prominent nose. Intellect, yes. Critical thinking skills, yes. I'd say there's also likely another instance or connection with Aries and or Taurus heading into like Friday, heading into this weekend. Looks positive. It does look really good. Helpful individual, letter C, likely a male. Happiness. Again, the qualities of a dog. I won't be repetitive and say them again, but okay. This point in time, this individual scenario leads into the base, which is this weekend and heading into next week. Aside from that, however, one quick note over here is that around Wednesday and heading into this weekend, additionally, as part of this main eventer situation, we have a whole individual grouping here where that's related to Cancerian the crab, so emotions, intuition, healing, things of that nature. And there's, how you doing, Linda? Are you still taking notes? How's the writer's cramp? Hope I'm not making you work too hard here. But we do have this conversations, ideas, thoughts, words, things along those lines. And again, we have this specifically a document and a paperwork in some way, shape, or form. If this is resonating with anyone, I'd love to hear. Yeah. Again, we may have like this glass half full versus glass half empty kind of feeling around Friday heading into this weekend in this instance, but it's followed up. There's a lot of reminders in here for using our intellect, using our critical thinking skills, using our intellect here. This unconventional stability, yes. Seeing that again. And then we're heading into this weekend. So this weekend looks like it's going to be quite busy. A little bit of reprieve, ability to have some reprieve in here. But I would say it's more pacing ourselves than anything else. So I would say to use the quiet time that we have this week to get anything that we need to get done, so that we are as prepared as possible for later on. So that we don't have 10 other things that we need to get done, figuratively speaking. So in here in the base, it does look like it's positive. Helpful individual, someone who's very wise, maybe someone who's in a position of authority. Reminder here to take some time out for our own self-care, reading, learning, researching, online activity, like going online in some way. Again, we have this either paperwork and or education connection. Stability, two-part stability. It looks positive. Keep seeing happy faces. There's 3 happy faces all in a row. So whatever this is referencing, looks like it's going to be quite good. Yes, reaping what we sow. Yes, letter L, person, place, or thing. Also getting things tidied up, figuratively speaking. Jeff, yeah, someone in bed. Someone's gone to bed, you guys. Taking some time out for our own self-care. Resting. Being okay with that. It's like, okay, if I'm tired, I'm going to go have a nap. Taking care of ourselves. think we're pretty much going to wrap it up right there. We have essentially, though, we do have one main scenario here that has three different parts to it. And we do have a helpful individual, or this is where that person of authority that I just mentioned is involved. Also, the qualities of like a knight in shining armor, essentially. There's a beautiful dragon in here. So for me, dragons represent like a knight in shining armor times 10 or 100 or 1,000. So like unconditional, divine, like almost like divine, but unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment, protection. Those qualities, not like over danger, no, but like protection. Very, very much loved and loving energy. There's some connection here with like a sacredness, wisdom, spirituality component involved in some way, shape, or form. And again, in my opinion, we all have divine protection in every second of every day. That's my opinion. But sometimes it's nice to see reminders of that. So there's another reminder that I'm seeing in here of that. Also, someone who actually may represent those qualities is also being shown in here too. Yeah. Almost like a position, someone in a position of authority, standing in your power, things along those lines, as well as reassurance. So I'm going to wrap that up right there. Oh, and one more thing. So another letter L, person, place, or thing, likely a person. And again, the sacredness, the spirituality, a balance, almost like between the physical and the energetic, something to that effect. And another property connection as well as unconventional stability as well. So that was crazy. So that went on a lot longer than I had anticipated, but I hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading. That was a lot to look at. So again, please, if you're interested, I'm going to be posting pictures of this on my community tab likely tomorrow, and I do make this replay public. So you're most welcome to come over to my community tab and check it out and see the tea leaves for yourself in a little bit more detail close. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And how's everyone doing? That went on for a little while. You still with me? How's that writer's cramp, Linda? How's the writer's cramp? How you doing? How's it feeling? How's the hand feeling? Well, everyone, thank you so much. And Dragonfly, thank you so much again for being my beautiful moderator, making sure that the chat is running beautifully. Spirit Brothers, I know you sent a message here. I'm just going to read it now. Paranormal. Okay, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thanks so much for being here. I know you've been here before. It's really great to see you again. Thank you so much. Hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading. Looks like it's going to be quite a busy week. Well, okay, Linda, well, taking a class on several things this week. Oh, it's fun. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense with what we saw in there. Lots of documents, education. That makes sense. Yay! You couldn't make it up. I love it. Well, have an amazing week, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading. I'm going to go and have a nice big drink of water because I'm a little bit thirsty and winded. So as I do that, have an amazing week ahead. Hope that this was helpful to you. And we will be back again here on Thursday, May 16th. I know that is the day that Bridgerton is coming out. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I had to say it. I love that show. So, but we will be back again here on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern on the 16th. And again, if there's any ever change, if I ever need to change or reschedule lives, I always post on my community tab, usually within a couple hours of going live, whether I'm confirming that we are going ahead or whether I need to confirm that we are going to be rescheduling. But I always post in my community tab now just to confirm. So if you're ever sure or not sure if I'm going live, please come over to my community tab. I do post there frequently, so just that you can be updated there. I know what's going on there. So yes, thank you so much, Dragonfly, for all of your help. Thank you so much, Linda. I so appreciate this. Cannot do this without each and every single one of you. Have an amazing evening ahead. Have a great week ahead, and we'll be back again here on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be doing live viewer readings. We cap it off at free. Is first come, first served. So if you are interested in having a quick taste test of what a tea leaf reading is like, coming over back on Thursday. Those are obviously free of charge. They're my gift to you. The shortest amount of time that I do for private readings is 15 minutes as opposed to those 5 minutes, but back again in here on Thursday. And until then, have a great week ahead. I love you so much. We'll see you again on Thursday. Have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you again in a few days. Bye.